Hello again. Hopefully y'all will find me back. I apologize about that. I got a phone call in the middle of my live and it basically turned off the live. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So anyhow, I'm back. Hopefully you will find me back. And again, I apologize for the little interruption. So let's start one more time. This is the, we're going to make this card today. It is the made with the A Touch of Ink stamp set. And it is one of the stamp sets from the Sale-a-bration brochure from Stampin' Up! That is available beginning on January 5th. You can get this free with an order of $100 or greater. So again, I apologize to everybody hopping in. Hopefully you're finding me back again. So I'm sorry that I'm having to restart, but got a little phone call and good heavens. So, hey, yay, I'm glad you're here. So I can see a few people have found me again. So I apologize. Yes, and Jerry's back. Okay, thank you for hopping in. So I apologize for the little frantic stop in the middle. I've never had a phone call come through that stopped a video before, but it just completely stopped it. So, hey, Danette, thanks for hopping back in. So, all right, so back to the stamp set. This is the A Touch of Ink stamp set from Stampin' Up, and it is one of the Sale-a-bration items you can get for free with an order of $100 or greater starting on January 5th, running through the end of February. The images on it, hopefully, as you can see, are much, much bigger. This is only 65% of the size of the actual images. Much, much bigger. It's one of those 2-sheet size stamp sets. So definitely it's a good one. And it's got some really good sentiments and things in it. So, hey, Mary, thanks for joining today. And Karen, thanks. Glad you're back. And Lou, hello again. So again, I apologize for anybody who got kicked off the last video. So, all right. So the stamp set, I love that it's got the 2-step stamping on it. We've got the hummingbird and the little stamped image for the hummingbird. We've got leaves, the flowers and the butterfly. And then there's just kind of a little splatter image that I used around the background here. And there's also a cute little leaf in it. Good sentiments. So definitely a must-get stamp set. Hopefully we'll stay on now that I'm here because this is about where the video cut off last time. So, hey, Barbara, thanks for rejoining. I apologize. Got a phone call, my husband of all people, in the middle of the video. So, all right. So the die set that I used is the Stitched Shapes dies, and I use that to cut around the butterfly image, and it's the largest of the circles. And then for the sentiment, I used the smallest of the circle dies in the Tasteful Labels dies. And hopefully you can see it. I'll try to hold it kind of still up near the camera, but it's got a little bit of a kind of an embossed or stitched look to the circle as well. All right, so that is the dice. Those are the 2 die sets that I used. And let me set the card aside here, talk about a couple other things, and then we will dive in and start working. So Stampin' Up, if you are not a demonstrator and are interested in joining during Sale-a-bration, they have a really awesome deal. You're going to get 200 sheets of designer series paper in Regals, Neutrals, Subtles, Brights, and the 2020 to 2022 in colors. These are full packs from the upcoming upcoming annual catalog. So these are brand new packs of paper that you'll only be able to get if you join until the catalog goes live starting in, I think the end of May, June. I don't know. I can't remember the exact time frame. But over the summer, the new catalog will go live. So these are the prints that are in it. And then the back side, it's 6x6 designer series paper. And you will get that for free in your starter kit if you join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator between now and, between January 5th and February 28th. So if you are interested in joining and have questions about it, I would love to have you join the team. We got a fun little group, definitely not pushy, we just like to have fun and stamp. So if you have questions about it, let me know. I'd be happy to answer anything. A couple other things. My designer series paper shares for the new mini catalog, the January to June mini catalog, are going on now. Signups are happening through Sunday, which is 2 days from now. So if you're interested in joining my share, definitely let me know. The details are all posted on my blog, which is stampwithamyk.com. So take a peek at the designer paper shares and let me know if you'd like to. So. Yes, Bonnie. Hey, Patricia, thanks for joining. And yes, Bonnie, all demonstrators that are current demonstrators are allowed to order those packs of paper during the pre-order time frame. So you have to get them ordered by the 4th of January if you would like them. After that, you will have to wait until June to get them or whenever the new annual catalog goes live. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, Stampin' Up! Basic White, Stampin' Up's Whisper White products, the paper products, are all gone away. Well, almost all gone away. Most of the things are gone away and sold out. Unfortunately, the mill that made the paper has closed permanently, so they had to find a new source, and they have paper coming. We should be seeing it soon, hopefully. So we will, I'll let you know as soon as I know any details on when it will be in and available. I will definitely let everybody know, but until then, just know that it's coming. Stampin' Up! Also has their year-end closeout sale going on now, so anything from the holiday catalog, if you have not purchased it yet and are interested, you have until Monday, and the sale and the closeout will be over with, and anything that is retiring in the mini catalog, the August to December, which has got all the holiday items, will be gone for good. So if you're wanting anything, make sure you get out and get your order placed. Again, the details are posted on my blog. And then the final thing, the Curvy Celebrations, the big variety bundle that has the Curvy Christmas stamp set, classic Christmas 6x6 designer paper, the Quite Curvy bundle, and the Curvy dies will also be going away on Monday. So if you're interested in that bundle, it is 10% discount off all the products if you order them all together in the big bundle. This bundle, which is the Quite Curvy bundle and the Curvy dies, are available in the mini catalog. However, the Curvy Christmas and designer paper are not. They're going to be gone for good as of Monday. So if you want those items, definitely go get them. So, okay, back to the card. I promised I'd eventually get back to it. So, all right. We have got some designer series paper. It is the Hydrangea Hill designer series paper from the new January to June mini catalog, and it will be available again beginning on January 5th. You'll be able to order it. It's a really, really pretty pack of paper. It's got lots of great colors in it: Rococo Rose and Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape. I feel like there's some Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, so really good colors in it, and some beautiful designs. This one is a little more, one of the more neutral designs in it, backgroundy type designs. And I've got some of that paper. We're going to be adhering it to a panel of Whisper White with some Stampin' Seal. The design, whoops, I drove right off the edge there. My driving skills are not always awesome. So the designer series paper is cut to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and I'm going to adhere it to a panel of Whisper White cardstock that is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And just going to, again, stick the two pieces together. This is another piece from the Hydrangea Hill designer series paper, and the backside of it has got the pretty hydrangeas on it. This one is cut to about 4 3/4 by about 1 3/4, and then I just trimmed off the edge kind of at a little bit of a, I don't know, banner angle. I'm not sure. I guess it's not really a banner because banners usually have 2 forks in it, or 2 tails, but sort of a banner, half banner angle. So going to adhere that down to the card front with some Stampin' Seal as well. And I don't know that I had any like specific exact placement on it, just making sure that it was straight along the top, and that was the main thing I was worried about on it. Then the next thing I did was wrapped a little bit. This is actually the Snail Mail Twine Combo Pack twine. It's the white twine from that. It also has Blushing Bride twine in it, so it's got a pretty pink one in it. But it's a combo pack, which is also available in the upcoming mini catalog, so you'll be able to order that starting on January 5th. Going to wrap it around the card front panel here twice and snip it off, and then we're going to tie a little bow, hopefully tie a little bow, if I can do that on screen. Sometimes they work better than others, and you know, sometimes they don't work at all. So all right, we're going to do a little tie in here. I start usually by, when I'm using the twines, I usually tie a little knot first to hold everything in place, and then I work on my loops to make them look a little bit pretty, and you know, the size that I want and all that sort of thing. And then I trim up the ends because I always end up with one way longer than the other. And that's, I don't know how I do it, but every single time I tie a bow, I always end up with one that's long, one that's short. So all right, got that done, and I'm going to trim up the twine here just a little bit to make them a little more even. And then I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping, hopefully. There we go. Again, I've got Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to be using the butterfly image and the Gorgeous Grape to stamp the outlined image. So let me go ahead and stamp that here. Again, Gorgeous Grape. Stamping down here on the piece of Whisper White cardstock. And then I've got Highland Heather And this is the kind of fill-in image for the butterfly, and I'll be stamping that right over the top of it. This is definitely one of those stamp sets that's a little more artsy looking, so you don't need to worry about stamping it exactly in the same spot, or, you know, generally just needs to go over the top of the other butterfly, but no specific placement. It definitely doesn't fit exactly no matter how you do it. So just stamp it over the top and get it as close as you can. All right, next up we're going to do a little bit of stamping with some Mossy Meadow. And this is the outline leaf image. And I wanted to make it look sort of like the butterfly was aiming to land on, or had just, you know, was just flying away from the leaves here. So just kind of positioned it right around the little butterfly feet. All right, let me set this down and get this out of the way. Close up the Mossy Meadow before I stick my fingers in that. And then I've got, this is the kind of fill-in images for the leaves, and we're going to use Old Olive to fill in the image. And I probably could have used Mossy Meadow stamped off as well, but I decided I'd go ahead and use Old Olive just because I thought it was a little bit more contrast. Hopefully you'll agree. All right, we're going to stamp that right over the top. And again, definitely not one of those sets that you need to be worried about stamping exactly and perfectly and all that sort of thing. Just generally get it in the right place. So, hey, Roberta, thanks for joining. I'm glad that you're staying home and staying well. And Cheryl is here as well. And it looks like Catherine is too. So thanks for joining today. I appreciate that. All right, next up, I'm going to go back to Highland Heather ink. And I've got the little splatter image. And we're just going to ink it, and stamp it around the butterfly. And again, this isn't like any special way that I did this, just sort of made it look like there's little splatters all around the butterfly was kind of what I was going for. And I kind of tried to turn it a little bit. Whoop, almost went straight to the card there, which, yes, I've done that before many times. And then you go, oops, oh well. All right, so got that all stamped around the butterfly. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut again with the stitched shapes dies. I've got the largest circle here, and I'm just going to place it right around my butterfly and going to run it through my die cutting machine, which is right over here to my right side. So I'm going to be away for just a second, and I'll be right back. And I forgot to say Happy New Year to you all. Hopefully you all are enjoying the day and doing something relaxing. I did end up staying up until midnight, but it was like 12:01 and then pretty much went to bed. So hopefully you all got to bed, and, you know, I don't know, I think most people stayed home for New Year's, but I don't know if anybody went out. Hopefully you enjoyed your time out, but I wasn't really willing to go out and try to do anything, so I figured it was easier and a lot more fun to stay home and just watch it on TV. So, all right, so I've got the Gorgeous Grape ink again, and I've got the Hello Friend sentiment. I went ahead and pre-cut the circle from Whisper White cardstock, again with the Tasteful Labels dies. And I'm just going to ink up my sentiment here and stamp it, hopefully somewhat centered. You were up through a couple of time zones this year. Oh, you're braver than I am. I don't know. I pretty much went to bed after one time zone. I'd kind of had enough. It's only so much fun and excitement I can handle on New Year's Eve, and that was it. Thankfully, most of the neighbors were fairly considerate and quit shooting off their fireworks right around midnight, so we didn't have to stay up and listen to that. And I'm also very thankful our dog does not seem to be too worried about fireworks, which is nice, because we've had dogs in the past that have been scared to death of them, and they're trying to climb into bed with you and everything else, or under you, or whatever they can do to try to get themselves to be comfortable and away from some of the sound. But our dog really doesn't seem to mind, which is kind of odd, but okay with me. So, all right, I've got a couple Stampin' Dimensionals that I've adhered on the back of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it right over the top of the twine. And then I've got my little Hello Friend that I've got stamped here, and we're going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and tuck it up under the top part, and I'm going to use a little Stampin' Seal over here. Hopefully, yep, there we go, to adhere it to the butterfly. Well, not to the butterfly, to the butterfly die cut. Got that here. And then I've got a couple of the pastel pearls, which I'm using the Gorgeous Grape ones. I don't know why, those seem to be my favorite. I've used them a lot. And I don't know, I like them. They're all pretty, but for whatever reason, Gorgeous Grape seems to be the one that I keep grabbing. So apparently I need to use a few other colors, otherwise I'm going to have all the grape ones gone and nothing else. So again, these are available starting on January 5th, so they're from the upcoming catalog. Hey Debbie, thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here. I've got a Highland Heather card base. My original card I had cut as one of the more portrait cards. This one I've got as a landscape card. So this is cut to 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to adhere the front that we just decorated to the card front. And then we'll do a little stamping on the inside and we will be all done for the day. All right. Oop. Stuck the dimensions to my finger instead of to the card, which is not a good thing. So, all right. Get that put together and then we'll do some stamping on the inside. All right, so that's the card front. On the inside, I've just got Whisper White cardstock, and again, we're just going to stamp our little butterfly outline image in Gorgeous Grape ink, and then the inside image in Highland Heather ink, and we'll be done with our card. So I stamped it so that it's a little bit kind of hanging off the one edge of the card, or the one edge of the card stock, I guess I should say. And then I've got Highland Heather here. We're going to be doing the inside stamping, inside of the butterfly stamping. I don't know, butterfly guts, I'm not sure what to call it, but all right, we're going to stamp that right over the top of the butterfly. And I'm going to close up my ink pad before I put my fingers in it. And then, hey, Patricia, thanks so much for joining today. I'm sorry, hopefully you weren't out on the other video that I was trying to do. That one, yeah, it didn't go very well. Got a phone call in the middle of it, and the video just stopped. So I will definitely have to remember to turn my phone off for the phone part when I'm doing YouTube Lives. If you have it happen during a Facebook Live, the video just comes back on, but it did not for YouTube. So grab my bone folder here. We're going to do a quick crease along the edge, and we will be all done with the card. So this is a card that I made ahead of time. This is the one we made here on screen today. You definitely need to get this stamp set. Again, it's called A Touch of Ink, and it's one of the free Sale-a-bration items that'll be available with orders of $100 or greater during Sale-a-bration, which starts on Tuesday, January 5th. So thanks again for joining today. I appreciate you being here. I will plan to be live out on my Facebook channel at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday, the 5th. And then live again out here on YouTube, hopefully not interrupted next week, on Friday around 2 o'clock Eastern Time as well. So I appreciate you being here. Have a great weekend. Have a very happy new year. Take care of yourselves, and we will chat soon.